All right, well, I've got a mixed bag of tricks tonight here. And I wanted to start off with one that this young artist up here actually inspired me to read. And I wasn't sure I was going to read it, but after hearing her and seeing the art and hearing some of the connections to Haiti and Dominican Republic, I just feel that it's appropriate. And it's called Return to the Roots. When promises of better, more, faster, easier, and wealthier are tempting you into the lion's den. When soulful music once played on corners where passers-by would stop and dance and share their stories of the day through songs and dances had been replaced by plastic boxes and deafening speakers. Return to the roots, y'all. When the allure of modernity whispers sweet nothings in your ears and the seductive stare of streetlights, fast cars, and neon glowing screens starts to blind you to what you already have and who you are, and distracts you from what you are losing, return to the roots. When you see your people turning from talking to texting, when time becomes money and you need money to take time, when mom and pops become parking lots for Walmarts and superstores, return to the roots. When the children have forgotten that food grows in the ground, when music is made by machines and not textured by fingers on strings and hands on skins, when your people are becoming lost in the maddening race and pace, seeking the ever-dangling, never-attained carrot on a stick, leading you over the edge of insanity, return to the roots.
Yeah.
When community becomes a place online, when eyes don't meet when you pass on the street, when you've been convinced that the world is dangerous and that money holds the key to all freedom, when violence amongst people who need each other's loves becomes the norm, when you walk by your neighbor and you don't stop and say hello, return to the roots. When the walking dead are glamorized for materials and not for merit, when your songs and your dances of your people are gone, when your old ones are hidden away and deemed useless, when depression's dark gloom has wrapped itself inside your people so deep they start to self-destruct, when the purpose of life is promoting for profit, return to the roots, y'all. Return to the roots. Since there's been such a topic of love, and I'm going to read a trilogy. I had a interesting relationship with a man. I want to call him an animal, but I'll give him credit today. He actually made me into a bit of an animal as well, so, works both ways. So the first one, this is a trilogy, and you'll hear a lot of the same language in all three pieces because of it being one experience. So the first one is called Eve's Salvation. The papers of time fly like ghosts through the rhymes gone by. And as the keepers of beats unify their intentions to rock the night sky with invention that steal the windows that once opened to our souls, we find we are feeding holes, not feeding being whole. Holy matrimony has been sacrificed to lustful devils that delight us, frighten us, sanctify and ignite us from passion to pleasure to purgatory and then hell. As we try in vain to break the grip of her sweet lip-licking passionate spell. That seductive spell that leads a man to lie and women to sigh, as they fall into ever deeper and darker caverns where men with straps and belts and mental infestations find the thrill in being there to thrill her, because it's a thriller to thrill her. He smiles, slapping her to stimulation, because due to our condition, what once was sweet elation, tender love-making, can never fully satisfy her again. Not now. Not again. Now She's tasted that sweet poisoned apple of sin. The doors inside widen and we find the truth of the portal that we need to see. And while masks fade from mundane to magic to ecstasy and rock through from you to me, and I am all around you, encompassing the man that lives inside the skin.
Yes.
Thus it begins. I gasp, I tremble, I wobble with weakness, and your soft touch is such freakiness when it's followed by the vacancy I see staring back from the back of your eyes, the spies to the soft, unheard screamings of your mind's orchestrations, my ultimate demise. And yet, I cannot but surrender and weep and cry out, for as deep as the darkness goes into the night, so too does eternal brilliance surpass all light. You look into my eyes and we both know you have taken me to my core, and I will always only want more. Even the sacred horror is insatiable in her domain. Time stands still, and all I need to see, like a flash, you show me, and I am free.
Free.
A part of you now lives in me, and no matter what distance or time may come to be, I am for you, given freely to be your ladder to climb through, to touch divinity. I rise inside higher, this fire, my desire, melting all time into stillness, waiting to go beyond, still deeper and higher and deeper and higher again. My nails ripping skin as my lips take you within, my friend, so deep within my sin, so deep you become the love of all lovers. My holy Jesus tonight bringing salvation through my body's deep inner sight and intangible shudders. The world fades away and there is only you and I.
Yes.
A deep sigh and your head falls back and a smile slithers by, not unnoticed and never to be forgotten.
Nice. You did his job. You did his job.
Hot just hearing it.
You did his job. Yes.
All right, and so, that's page 1. That always feels so good when you're there, It's like, oh, it's so good. And then you go through the reality check. So the next one is called withdrawal. My body quivers and my insides burn, and I feel the dry throat, cotton-mouthed absence of you consuming me, twisting my insides into knots of nausea as the fever of insatiable desire courses through me in furious waves of chills and sweats and breathtaking moments of intoxication, elation, and sensation like I wish I had never known. I want to reach for you, but I push you away. I am writhing on the floor, wanting you even more, my addiction and my cure, my medicine and my malaise. Self-preservation primal pulse is screaming at me to find my way back to free, even as your voice seduces me to wanting to be bound, tied, and surrendered to your will. Stepping now slowly backwards from the edge of the cliff you have led me to, and I am reeling in this delirium, pulling out the daggers of your seductive thoughts and your delicious kisses from the memories my body feels over and over and over and over again. Reruns of time are torturous in design. The dark, insidious seeds that you planted are watered and fed by our mutual mind. Ripping me from the inside out with this cocktail of confusion, the darkness and the light in the darkness burning bright, tears and gasping echo through timelessness between the worlds. My throat wrapped by your hand while you suck the life right out of me. And I am surreally floating, fearlessly suspended. You are my life, my death, my awareness, my salvation, and my dis-ease. Everything here smells of ashes, burning embers strewn across my soul, singing sweetness from my bones, turning innocence into insanity as the dance becomes all it is. Your tender torture beckons me in to swim in ever deeper pools of this sin, and I begin to want to follow you in, and again therein lies my demise. You would happily take me into darkened dungeons of delusion where whips and chains excite you, enslave me as your whore, and leave me there always wanting more. You would delight in the fright in me, put night in the light in me, and cast your shadow across my window at dawn. Part 3. This one's entitled Fading. Whirlwind echoes of erotica sing like madness through my veins, and I am reaching out, toppling over dubious mind-fucking chains, like the ones I know you lust to see wrapped around my wrist, like the ones I dance with to part the mists that separate illusion from delusion and confusion and pain. But now it's all fading. I walk the line between this world and insane, smiles painted on my face, even as I hide from the mundane, dancing wildly in the falling rains of my tears, finding solace once again in solitude's remembrance of who I am. My heart ever bursting into the abyss, how can I not miss that insatiable kiss that drives me to heights both new, deep, and far, that ripped my soul into a cavernous scar that bleeds and burns and festers and moans while I wait in my brilliance, picking memories off the bones of moments you allowed me to once know, even as it is fading. Your touch enslaved me, yet you dared speak to me of liberation. All freedom crucified by one touch of your lips, sucking my breath into the world that lives between the worlds, your fingertips like feathery wisps, dancing across my hips that want to be forever tantalized and teased, slapped, licked, and pleased. But now it's all just whispers in the wind, the memory of brief moments slipping into death.